Hi everyone, this is audap. Let's check out Snatcher on the Sega CD. And we're running this through a MiSTERfpga. Alright, that's a pretty famous game, depending on how old you are. But for those of you who don't know what it is, this is basically an old-style visual novel for the Sega CD. I think it was, 88 or 89? Well, this specifically is called the digital comic. But, you know, we know these mostly as visual novels. So we start. There we go. Let's see. Joypad only. Oh, that's right. There are also shooting sequences where you could use the Menacer. But I don't have a CRT. I got rid of those a long time ago. And that makes my Menacer basically null and void. So joypad only in this case. Yeah. Who's gonna believe this game is real? Give me a break. Rolling sound space. A rolling sound. So classic and it's classically embedded into like my gaming sound knowledge base. This story is dedicated to all those cyberpunks who fight against injustice and corruption every day of their lives.
June 6, 1996. A mysterious explosion destroys the Chernobyl research facility near Moscow.
96, so far away.
Lucifer-Alpha, a powerful biological weapon under secret development there, is released into the atmosphere, creating a deadly biohazard. Carried by the trade winds, Lucifer-Alpha spreads throughout Eastern Europe and Eurasia, destroying 80% of the populace. Half of the world's people die. The greatest biohazard in history later becomes known simply as the catastrophe. But at this time, who could have possibly imagined that the ultimate biohazard wouldn't occur for another half-century? 50 years later, mankind faces its greatest crisis. The appearance of a mysterious android life form. Its purpose and origin are unknown. Is it a new form of weapon? Or perhaps an invasion from some other world? They appear during winter, killing humans and infiltrating society by taking the place of their victims. Employing an artificial skin, they can sweat and even bleed. Part organic, part machine, they're almost impossible to distinguish from those they kill. As they steal their victims' bodies in order to take their place, these mysterious invaders become known as Snatchers.
That's what they call me on Tinder. Snatcher. Pretty cool so far, huh? It's not an FMV game on this damn system. Thank goodness. Which is why it's still considered a good game. Japan! December 2047, Neo Kobe City. Yeah! That's right, this is the first time or not the first time. The first time Metal Gear was introduced was Metal Gear on NES. It was interesting to see Metal Gear as a character here. But obviously, you know, Kojima is the producer on this one, so it makes sense. He ties all of his universes together. It's funny to think that, 2047, it's just 26 years from now, and the world is not going to look like this. It's so funny to think of sci-fi writers, writing dates ahead of time, thinking, man, that's so far away. Things are going to be so different. But, yeah, the world hasn't, drastically changed. The biggest innovation we've had so far is smartphones. The ability to communicate anywhere. I mean, the internet, then smartphones. We're certainly not building cities like this. We're not having people with, flight licenses, flying to work. They can't even drive, much less fly.
How was work? Everything okay?
Gillian, what is it? What's wrong?
Jamie, I've become a junker.
A junker? Gillian, but why?
Jamie, you know why. It's the only way we can regain our lost memories. Snatcher is the only word that keeps coming back every time we try to remember our pasts. I have to face them to find out why.
Yes, but I can sense that there is something terrible hidden in our past. And if we remember it, it will destroy us.
Jamie! I'm going now.
I know, it's such a...
Jamie!
What? I can't hear you!
It's such a translated from Japanese script, But it'd be very difficult to just rewrite the whole thing to be more comfortable English.
Gillian Seed, estimated age 31. 3 years ago, he and his wife Jamie Seed are taken into protective custody in the Siberian Neutral Zone by the 17th Siberian Investigative Force. Both Gillian and Jamie suffer from severe amnesia. Their memories of events prior to being picked up in Siberia lost in a mysterious mental fog. 2 years ago, after a vain attempt to rebuild their marriage, Jamie and Gillian separate. Following extensive special military training, Gillian is ordered to report to Neo-Kobe City as a junker, effective today.
Yeah, sorry, there's some background noise, but, kids are playing outside. Not my kids. I don't have any of those things. I'm just kidding, I love them. Not in my house. Konami Omni Building, Junker Headquarters. Act 1, Snatch. Welcome to Junker Headquarters. May I help you? Let's look. Operator. She's a beautiful Oriental woman. Look. Poster. It's just a Junker recruiting ad. Look. Front pod. It's one of those pod-type reception units where the operator sits in a shielded capsule. This is some pretty heavy-duty stuff they've got here. This place may be more dangerous than I thought. Look. Camera. Looks like a security camera. Look. Door. It looks like it leads into the inside of the headquarters. Look. Area. This seems to be Junker headquarters lobby. Their security looks really tight. Investigate. Operator. It's no use. She's protected by a shield. Investigate. Poster. Looks like a government ad. They must be really short on people. What organization are you with, sir? Investigate. Front pod. The shield is heat-proof and shockproof. It's especially designed to withstand an attack by Snatchers. Investigate. Camera. It looks like they're monitoring the offices. Investigate. Door. It's locked. Looks like the only switch for it is in the operator's pod. Investigate. Area. There's nobody around but the operator. What organization are you with, sir? Let's enter. I'm afraid only Junker personnel are allowed inside headquarters. Talk? Oh well, let's try talking to that young woman over there.
I'm Gillian Seed. I've been assigned to Junker headquarters effective today.
Oh, you're Mr. Seed. Please forgive me. My name is Mika Slayton. I'm the administrative assistant and operator here at Junker headquarters. Very pleased to meet you.
Yeah, that's totally not Japanese Harrison Ford. And she's totally not Japanese Sean Young. Look, Mika. You're really very pretty. Thank you. Look, plate. The official Junker name and trademark appear on it. Look, front pod. It's designed to protect the operator. I know it seems a bit much, but it's supposed to protect from Snatchers. What? Snatchers even attack up here? Yes, it's happened several times before. They're not stupid, you know. Look. Camera. Maybe I should try waving high. The chief always monitors the feed from that camera. Look. Area. Looks like an entrance to a vault. Well, how do you like it? I bet you'd like to see the office, right? Let's investigate. Mika. It's too bad I can't. Too bad I can't get in there. She's truly gorgeous. Investigate. Plate. Japanese undercover neurokinetic elimination ranger. Junker. Front pod. Not even a tank could break through this. Investigate camera. I must look really uptight. Maybe I better stop wandering around. Investigate area. I must. Okay, sure. I must look really uptight. Let's talk. I've been assigned to Junker operations effective today. You just told me that, Gillian. Ask about Junkers. Could you tell me a little bit about Junker operations? The Junkers are a special task force put together to combat the Biroid Snatcher menace. It's overseen by government intelligence agencies. Ask about Kobe. This is my first time in town. Oh, you'll get used to it right away. Everybody's pretty welcome. There are many different ethnic groups and types of people here. It's Japan, but it's not Japan, if you know what I mean. Ask about Mika. Tell me a little bit about yourself. About me? Isn't that a bit forward, Mr. Seed? Well, let me tell you about myself first. Maybe you'll tell me. I can tell you are very smooth with the ladies. Ask about Junkers. Could you give me a few more details? The Junker's principal duty is to identify Snatchers who have infiltrated society and eliminate them. Ask about Kobe. From the air, it's hard to believe it's a man-made island. Well, I'm sure you'll like it here. Even more, if there were no Snatchers. Oh, I have to ask multiple times, I think, huh? Could you give me some more details? That about covers it. If you have other questions, would you mind asking the chief? Ask about Mika. I'd really like to know more. How about next time, if we have the chance? Let's enter.
Mr. Seed?
Gillian's fine, and you can call me Gillian, Mika.
Okay, Gillian. I'll open the main door and show you around headquarters.
I was wondering why Konami never re-released this at any time, or revisited it, or republished it, or had an HD version. It seems like it's just been stuck in Sega CD hell for a long time, at least as far as the States is concerned. Where should I show you first? Let's do the engineering room.
Oh, that's right. The chief told me to bring you down as soon as you showed up.
Oh, whoops.
The chief?
Yes, our big boss here at Junker headquarters. That's his office right over there. Chief Cunningham, Gillian Seed is here. I brought him in as you requested.
Thanks for coming, Seed. I'm Benson Cunningham, the Chief of Junker Operations.
Gillian Seed, I've been transferred here from the 17th Special Forces Division.
I've heard all about your special training in the military, Seed. I hope you'll put it to good use on your new assignment here. By the way, I understand you're suffering from amnesia. Any sign yet that your memory's coming back?
I'm afraid not. I still can't remember a thing from before the Army picked me up 3 years ago.
You're married, aren't you?
Yes, but we're separated now. She has amnesia as well, and without any memories between the two of us, I'm afraid there was very little to base a good relationship on.
I can see your point there.
Let's see. Look, Chief. So, he's the Chief of Junker Operations, eh? Just as I imagined him. Did you say something? Let's see. Look, monitor. Information from all over the world is continuously pouring in. Look, window. It's a nice night view of Neo Kobe. Too bad there are Snatchers lurking out there somewhere. Neo Kobe at night. Great view, don't you think? Let's look. Picture. A picture of a vase, eh? What a funny design. Let's look at the sofa. Looks like a pretty comfortable sofa. Let's investigate the sofa. It's an air cushion type sofa. It's the latest in robot sofas, employing chaos system technology. Let's investigate the picture. So this is his taste in art, huh? Don't touch that picture. It's very special to me. Let's investigate monitor. It's an ultra-high resolution display panel capable of playing back holograms as well. Let's investigate the Chief. Seed, I'm no Snatcher. I'll ask about Junkers. Junker headquarters was set up a year ago by the police as a special task force to combat the Snatcher problem. Junker operations were officially started in August of this year. We answer directly to the government's intelligence agencies. This poster is really pretty tacky. Oh, really? That's my design, by the way. Chief, your taste is right out of the Dark Ages. Ask Junker Authority. A Junker operates with certain rules and privileges different from regular police officers. Those are: 1. The purpose of the Junker force is to eliminate Biroid Snatchers. 2. A Junker, even in the course of carrying out one, must not harm innocent civilians. 3. A subject may not be physically investigated or restrained unless irrefutable evidence exists that indicates the subject is indeed a Snatcher. 4. A Junker is required to assist and support civilian bounty hunters. 5. In order to carry out one, a Junker is allowed the use of a blaster and a navigator and a turbocycle. Those are the 5 rules. Ask duties. Junker's job is to figure out who the Snatchers are and to eliminate them. I want you to put your special training in the military to good use and investigate those points about Snatchers that we don't yet understand. We've got to put a stop to them. Ask Junker staff. The Junker's job is highly specialized and extremely dangerous. That's why there are so few of us. I'm the Chief. Harry's the engineer. Then there's Mika Gibson, and you are our runners. It's just the 5 of us. Kind of a weird sentence. Ask about Snatchers. Yes, 3 years ago, the Snatchers suddenly appeared here in Neo Kobe. We have no idea why they or where they come from or what they want. We do know that they kill, copy the appearance of their victims, and take their place in society, and that their numbers are increasing.
That should be enough to make your duties as a Junker quite clear. This is your Junker ID card. It will identify you as a Junker. Carrying it allows you to exercise your special authority.
I see. Sort of like a police officer's badge, huh?
And here's some money. It's not much, but you'll need it to carry out your investigation.
Cash?
Credit cards aren't accepted in some regions of the city. You'll need this sooner or later.
Sounds like it's a rough place out there.
Go see Harry, the engineer. He's got your equipment ready for you.
Let's ask about navigators. It's a robot designed to assist junkers by performing all types of analysis. It's got a pretty good sensor setup too. Possessions. Look. Junker ID. This card gives me all the special rights of a junker. I'll be carrying this as my ID from here on out. Seed. That card is very important. Take great care not to lose it. Now that they say these things, you know I'm going to lose it. Cash. This is the cash they gave me for expenses. Having to carry cash around is so inconvenient. Possessions. Investigate. Oh, wait, what? It's an ID card with a special IC chip built in. All of my personal data is recorded on this card. Possessions. Investigate. Cash. It's cold, hard cash. There should be plenty to get the job done with. Possessions. Show. Junker ID. You listening, Seed? Remember to keep that with you at all times. Okay. I got everything. Let's exit. Where would you like to go next? Engineer's room. This is engineering. All the junkers, that is, the runner's equipment, is made here. It doesn't look like Harry's around at the moment. Let's look. Mika's face. You are truly beautiful, Mika. Thanks, Gillian. I'll take that at face value. Let's look. Area. There are tools and machines all over the place. It's a regular factory in here. This room always looks like this. I don't know how he finds anything. Let's see, do I get anything new? No, same stuff. So let's ask about Harry. Harry Benson is our engineer. He's a bit of a lush, but he's a friendly and sweet old guy. Ask about navigators. Every junker investigator gets an analysis robot. Quite a combination, eh? We call the robots navigators. Let's see, ask about Gibson. His wife was killed by a Snatcher 2 years ago. After that, he quit his detective job and became a junker. Since then, he's been living with his daughter, Katrina. Ask about Katrina. She's Jean's only child. She turned 18 this year. Ask. Okay. Those are just my possessions, so I'm okay. Is there anything about Harry? He's quite brilliant. He's won 3 Nobel Prizes and the Fields Prize too. Ask about Gibson. If you meet him, you'll understand why he's so good. Ask about Katrina. She's a model. She's quite cute. Okay, anything new for looking? No? Let's exit. Where would you like to go next? Detective's room. This is the detective's room. It's the office for our runners. That's what we call junker investigators like you. You'll be using that desk in the back. What about the desk near the door here? That's Jean's desk. Jean Jack Gibson. He's our ace runner. Let's look. Mika's face again. Mika. Yes, what do you want? I can sense that you and I are destined to fall in love. Might sound crazy, but... Gillian, you're married, aren't you? Look at the monitor. A lot of information flows into here. All the information available to our runners is output from Jordan. Look near desk. This is an antique desk. Jean's really into antiques. Look. Far desk. Looks like a nice desk, but I probably won't be using it much. Look. Area. This place is really different from the other detectives' offices. Anything new for looking? Nope. Ask about Harry. Harry's an orphan. He lost his parents in the catastrophe. Ask about investigators. Jean's navigator is called Little John. I wonder what kind of navigator you'll get. Let's see. Ask about Gibson. He's apparently out on an investigation at the moment. I'll introduce you as soon as he gets back. Okay, ask about Katrina. Don't be getting any funny thoughts. She's only 18. Yeah, too young for me. Ugh. Look. Okay, I think we're done. Let's go to the computer room. This is Junker Headquarters computer room. It's linked to databases throughout the country, so you can find almost any information you might need. Let's look at Mika's face again. This is Gillian's a little... This is Gillian... Or this Gillian's a little weird. Let's see, look at the computer. Antiques in the computer room, eh? I haven't seen a keyboard in some time. Let's look at the area. Number of input and output devices are linked to the host computer. Look... Nope. Ask about computer. This is our host computer, a model RM-1013. We call it Jordan. That's for Junker Online Regional Data Access Network. It employs full-scale artificial intelligence-based processors. Jordan is fully programmed with all human learning routines and uses an intelligent interface to perform automatic translation, problem-solving, you name it. It employs expert-class artificial intelligence routines developed for fieldwork robots. It's the best there is. Ask how to use. First, you put your Junker card in the slot. Once it's confirmed, you, as a user, you just follow the instructions that Jordan flashes on the screen. Okay, ask about Harry. If you're that interested, why don't you just meet him? Ask about the navigators. Don't worry, you'll be able to get one from Harry. Ask about Gibson. If you meet him, you'll understand why he's so good. Okay. I thought there'd be something new in here. Use Jordan? Go ahead, sit down here. Once you're registered on the system, the rest is easy. I am Jordan, Junker Headquarters, host AI computer system. Please insert your ID card. What? Has this thing got a personality? Let's use the card. Okay, Junker card going in. User confirmed as Gillian Seed. Welcome to Jordan. What sort of information do you need? Well, at least it let me in. Okay, I don't have any of these yet, so no point in that. I hope that I was able to be of service. I look forward to our next session together. Okay, let's move on. Shooting range. This is the shooting range. Junkers come here to improve their marksmanship. Let's look at the area. A number of man-shaped targets appear in the practice booth. We call it our shooting practice range, but it's a lot like a video game arcade, don't you think? Look at Mika's face. You're definitely laying on too thick, don't you think? Let's ask how to practice. How do you start practice? Just follow the Junker's Eye practice system. Ask about Harry. Oh, these are all the same questions. Okay. Let's practice. Gillian, you haven't got your blaster yet, have you? Let's hurry and go visit Harry. Come on, let's go see Harry. But I think I should get some practice in first. Yes, but... Come on, let me take a crack at it. Alright, if you must practice, I'll let you use my ray gun, but it doesn't have the power of a blaster. Is that okay? Yeah, thanks, Mika. Okay, let's start shooting practice. If you press the A button, you can draw your blaster, and C button to fire. You can put your blaster away by pressing the A button again. Are you ready? Remember, shoot only Snatchers. Be careful you don't hit any civilians. The red gauge on the left shows the number of targets to appear. The yellow gauge on the right shows the number of hits. I'll start it on introductory level. Good luck. Oh, why is it not working? Oh, that's the A button. Whoop. Not too bad. Didn't hit any civilians either. Well, you didn't waste many shots, but your accuracy needs work. You're picking your targets well, though. I didn't know which button was which at first. Come on, let's go see Harry. Fine, let's go see Harry then. Jeez. Now all we need to do is find Harry. Where is Harry? Isn't Harry the engineer? Harry's got to be back by now. I don't know. He's quite the freewheeling type.
Oh, good. Harry's back.
Great to meet you. You're Gillian Seed, right? Haven't we met somewhere before?
No, I don't believe so.
Really? Well, I guess I must be imagining things.
Okay, let's look at Harry. Somehow I get the same impression. Have I met this guy somewhere? What's wrong? Do I have something on hanging from my nose? Let's look at the wall. There's a poster and a photograph on the wall. Investigate photo. Oh, that's the picture that was on the wall. This appears to have been cut out of a larger photo. Investigate poster. This is very old. This kind of printing technology hasn't been used since the last century. And keep your hands off that, will ya? It's getting pretty fragile. Let's see, investigate Harry. Those are odd work clothes. Let me take a look at those. Hey, what are you doing? Stop it. Let's ask about navigators.
I know. All right, allow me to introduce the Navigator, which I designed especially for you. Hey, Metal Gear, get out here.
Metal Gear. Colonel.
Metal, introduce yourself.
Yes, sir. Pleased to meet you, Gillian. I am Metal Gear Mach 2. I am programmed to be your personal assistant.
Metal Gear? That's a pretty weird name.
Oh, he's cute.
Thank you.
I think he's turning red. I took his basic design and his name from the Metal Gear menace of the late 20th century. But quite unlike that Metal Gear, this one was designed for peaceful purposes.
Okay, let's ask about the blasters.
Oh, that's right. Don't panic yourself. I got it right over here. This is your blaster, the official weapon of a junker. It's got full user feedback circuitry, adjusting itself to your reaction time. In other words, it's just as good as you are. What do you think? Here, see how she feels.
It's unbelievably light.
You bet it is. This ain't one of those ray guns the Army uses. She's put together with the latest carbon polymers and ceramics, not affected by heat one bit. And her ergonomic design optimizes both functionality and firepower. Well, what do you think, Gillian?
I'll take it.
Let's ask about Snatchers. You're an engineer. Tell me about how the Snatchers are built. It's odd, but we've never been able to get a specimen. They're always stolen or have self-destructed. They have any weaknesses? They're built well, so it's tough to destroy them outright. Try to immobilize them. They've got these slits on their head for some reason. A well-placed shot there will often destroy their control functions. That's why it's important to practice your marksmanship. Let's ask about the photo on the wall. What happened to this picture? Why is it torn? I don't know myself. I'm told I always used to carry it around with me. With only this fragment, there's no way to try to track down your parents? Yeah, but for me, that picture is my only evidence I even had parents. Okay. Let's ask about Metal Gear. Navigators are designed from the start as a junker's investigation assistant. On-site detection, analysis, recording, communications, you name it. They're packed with features, and Metal Gear here is the latest model. What about an attack system? Don't they carry any weapons? Afraid not. They're unarmed. After all, the main idea behind a navigator is to assist in investigations data management. But they do have a save function. Just choose the Use Metal Gear command, and then the Save command. You can record the exact status of your investigation that way. In the same way, you can use the Use Light command to help you when it's too dark to see. I told you. They're nice to have around, didn't I? How about communications? Does he have some kind of radio? Yep. There's a video phone installed. A video phone? That's right. Just select Use Metal Gear, and then use video phone to access it. In theory, you can use it anywhere, but you have to watch out for interference. Sometimes the signal just can't get through.
I have a video phone call from Jean-Jacques Gibson coming in. Connecting.
Junker HQ, this is Gibson. I've cornered a probable male snatcher. I'm in the abandoned factory in the M district. Request immediate backup.
Gillian, that means you. You better head out right away. Jean needs your help.
We must hurry. We'll use a turbocycle to travel to the scene.
Be careful, Gillian.
This is a turbocycle, specially designed for junker use. In addition to three-wheeled ground travel, it is capable of hovering and high-speed flight. The vehicle is also VTOL capable, so takeoffs and landings in narrow areas present no difficulty.
A flying tricycle, huh? I just came in one of these things.
We have been assigned this vehicle for use in our investigations.
Let's look. Turbocycle body. It's brand new and was just tuned up. It's a 47 Interceptor. It's built by the same company that builds the shuttle. Let's look at the tire. On the ground it runs on 3 wheels, but they're retracted during flight. Let's look at the area. This is the Junker HQ parking lot. Several turbocycles are parked in the area. Okay, let's investigate the turbocycle body. It's built with the latest thermoplastics and carbon polymers. It doesn't even have a scratch on it. Let's investigate the tires. There's no problem. The tires also have the inspector stamp on them. Let's investigate the area. There's nobody in the parking lot besides us. Okay, what are we at here? Oh, we'll play a little bit longer. Let's enter the turbocycle. We're in the turbocycle operations. Operations is computer controlled. Where would you like to go? Factory ruins.
Now departing for the abandoned factory.
My first day on the job, and now this. Ace Junker Gibson's cornered a suspected snatcher. I wonder if this guy really is a snatcher. Guess I'll find out now if all that training really paid off.
We've arrived at the abandoned factory. What would you like to do? Well, we'll exit. We've arrived at the abandoned factory. This is where Jean called from. Let's save, because you never know. Alright, I'll save everything that has happened until now. Which file would you like to save it in? Number 1. Save completed. Would you like to continue play? Yeah, sure. Alright, now returning to the investigation. Okay, let's look at the building. It's a battered old factory. Judging from its design, I'd say it dates from the period when manned production techniques were still used. It appears abandoned. Let's look at the sky. The sky is getting quite dark. It looks like a storm may be coming in. Look at the area. This place is quite run down. It looks deserted too. Investigate the building. The building is heavily damaged. It's probably been abandoned since the last century. Let's investigate the area. There's no sign that anybody's around. Okay, investigate motion detector. Metal, are you reading anything? I can't tell from here. We'll have to move inside. Let's investigate building. There's nothing unusual here. Look. Wait, why can't I enter the building? Possessions? There's nothing unusual here. Oh, I'll do it twice.
Oh no!
What was that?
A male scream. Perhaps something has happened to Jean-Jacques. Gillian, please use extreme caution. I read multiple moving objects within the factory. This could indicate the presence of Snatchers or Insectors.
Insectors? What in the world's that?
A spider-like robot used by Snatchers as security devices. Though compact in size, they are armed with needle guns. Use extreme caution.
Let's use the Metal Gear to save. This file contains data from a previous save. Is it okay for me to overwrite the new data? Yes. Save completed. Would you like to continue to play? Yeah, a couple more minutes. Let's do it. Let's enter. Alright, we're going in. Keep your blaster ready. Push the A button to draw your blaster. We've entered the factory. This is the spot where he placed that video phone call. Let's look at the ground. There's debris everywhere. Please watch your step. Let's look at the wall. There are pipes running everywhere. Let's look at the ceiling. The ceiling looks quite weak. Let's look at the area. The building is severely damaged. It should be demolished. Look at the pipe. Oh, no. Pipe. Look at the pipe. It's been weakened by rust in several places. Let's investigate the ground. I scanned the area with my sensors, but I can't pick up anything special. Let's investigate the wall. It looks like the concrete here is quite corroded. Let's investigate the ceiling. This place looks as if it could collapse at any time. We must be careful. Investigate the area. There's nothing special here. Where's Jean-Jacques anyway? Investigate the pipe. Ow, that's really hot. I'm going to have a blister here. Be careful. The surface is hot due to steam within. Investigate the motion detector. Metal, aren't you picking anything up? Nothing's moving. That's odd. What happened to Jean? Let's listen. It's uncomfortably quiet there. Okay, let's move. Advance. Alright, now moving ahead.
What the?
It's Little John.
Little John?
Yes,
Yeah.
Jean-Jacques Gibson's personal navigator.
Alright. Why don't we save? And we'll stop it there for now. Alright, that's enough. That's enough for you. Gillian, I hope we can continue the investigation together soon. Alright, this is audap, and you've been watching Snatcher, released on the Mega CD and Sega CD. And we're playing it on a MiSTERfpga. Well, this is still a pretty intriguing game, especially since with the release of the Famicom Detective. You can kind of see, and that game was released in the same year. You can kind of see how visual novels and well, how visual novels were sort of handled back then. Again, officially this is called a digital comic because of its comic book style presentation. But visual novels and digital comics are basically the same thing at this point in time. They all kind of share the same sort of DNA. It may not be exciting for some folks because it is just a matter of picking menu items and going in order, asking and re-asking the same subjects for different information. But I think it's still pretty intriguing, and I guess Fabulous Object Club was released earlier. Now that I think about it, yeah. Well, yeah. If at some point in time Konami decides to revive this title, maybe spruce it up, and just do the same thing that the FPGA is doing, I think there would be some interest in it. I'm not really sure why it's been kept on the system and hasn't advanced anymore, and they haven't really kept the IP strong at all. Just the one game, and I think there was also like a Game Boy visual novel or something like that. It's a good property, and I think it'd be something to maybe have another game in the universe. But you never know. Konami doesn't really make games anymore, so it's kind of hard to say what the future of this franchise or potential franchise could do. But, oh well, check it out if you can. It's super expensive. If you have a copy, cherish it, because it's not like they're going to be reproducing this game at any point anytime soon, and it's not available on any storefront for any past consoles. The only way to play this is a physical copy or through some hardware emulation or something, or some software emulation. But definitely check it out if you like these style games. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching. I will see you at the next stream.